My dream has always been like, let's tell our stories, Latinos, all the stories that are not being made on film or TV. Let's do it for ourselves.
Yeah, my
them.
mission the last couple of years have been to take back Hispanic Heritage Month and really give history of who our people are.
So I think that we all need to, within our own communities, within your own show, is to talk about it and to talk about what is Hispanic Heritage Month. It's not just beer and booze and partying. That comes later, but basically, is we're celebrating people giving their lives, and dying for us, and for us to have a better today. Because it's important that a lot of our young generation, they don't know what those celebrations are. They think they all got it themselves. They all, they have great education now. They have degrees, but sometimes they forget the essence. They forget that you're there, and we're here because of what people sacrifice.
Especially Latina women in Hollywood, we don't get a lot of opportunities. We always get the same parts. I'm a little tired of playing the abuelas only. I see actresses, Glenn Close, when she playing a grandmother, we're the same age. White actresses like Meryl Streep. I know that they're Oscar award winning whatever, but it's because they've been given the opportunity to play those parts.
Right.
When are we going to be given the opportunity to play those parts instead of just the immigrant? It's okay that we're the immigrant. We will represent. Okay, no problem. But there are other stories, human stories that we're part of that is never shown in this industry because this industry is designed to make a product and that's it, to sell it. And what sells is what people think they know about, which is the Latinos are all brown, they're all immigrants, and that's it, or they're illegal.
We're so mixed already. It's almost ridiculous that we still, even Latinos amongst Latinos, we ourselves, we continue to put up these bizarre barriers.
His genre is the urban genre. He's had a lot of people that will contact him or let him know that they're not going to support him because of the stereotypical characters.
Bullshit.
First thing
but they'll go support white people who are doing the stereotypical character.
You said it right there.
But if he's doing it, right, and it's actors they don't know, it's stereotypical. If Edward James Olmos is doing it and he's playing a gangster, it's art. Or if some other well-known actor. Like I said,
bullshit. I call bullshit.
And he's had people that will intentionally let him know that they are not supporting him because of what he is doing. And I said, have you seen the movie? No. Have you seen Cholo Chaplin? No, but I don't like the name. Well, if you see it, you'll get that it's the anti-Cholo. And even if he was a Cholo, all his characters are multi-dimensional characters. They're not just the Cholo. The women in his scripts all have strong roles and have amazing backgrounds, and they're fully developed characters, which is something that Hollywood doesn't get right.
My agent comes to see me and says, "Great, lose the wig." A manager comes to see me and says, "You didn't tell me your set was in Spanish." I'm like, "Did you listen to the set that I did? Because last time I heard it was in English."
It was in English.
I know. So there was this resistance for us to be ethnic. You need to cross over. So in other words,
but you needed
whitewash.
to be ethnic in a very particular way.
Very
Yes.
little ethnic.
Yes.
It's like maybe throw in a little Spanish word, but when you start talking about chelo, chato, chuy, chon, it's like, oh my God, what is she talking about? Oh my God, we don't speak Spanish.
I love it.
So, but the contradiction was the Laugh Factory started doing Latino nights, and the line would be around the corner. Yeah. Latinos wanted to see real Latinos with spice and, authenticity on the stage. And meanwhile, the industry didn't know what to do with us.
I think we have to stop complaining. We have to stop and expecting them to give us the opportunity.
People.
Yeah, because it's their industry, it's not ours.
Right.
We have to create our own industry. I've said this all along. You're doing it. You've created your own industry. You've created your niche, your way in the world.
Well, because what I learned early on was that it wasn't my industry. That I wasn't being asked to play certain things. I had to fight for what I did get to do. but understanding that I can't tell you how to operate in your house. So tell us how we as Latinos can support each other.
Basically, it's just help each other, make calls for each other, be there to help. But I think for filmmakers and artists, actors, is that support your films. The films that are out there, it's very important that you go there the first week and the second week, but mainly the first week. That's when it really counts.
The entrepreneurial spirit of what America is what Latinos are. So I look at it and I go, you let more Latinos in, you get more America in. Even the undocumented people here are leaving billions in taxes they can never take. All this young Latino talent is a force to be reckoned with and a force to harness for the growth of America. We're not thinking big as a country anymore. North America, Central America, South America should be economic kingdoms and creating opportunity and all these things. We start to think about build a wall to keep them out. I remember a president that once said, we're going to the moon. And we did. That was America that I love.
We had another president who said, tear the wall down.
Yeah, that was Ronald Reagan. And he understood walls don't work. The walls have never worked. Walls are a monument to racism. It's a dam. Eventually, the water's going to go through that dam.
We have to train 7 times harder than the white actor and even the black actor. Because the white actor is already in. The black actors, they have a channel, they are already in. We don't have BET, we don't have anything. Therefore, in order for us to compete, we have to be 7 times better. We have to know 7 times how to do it differently than what is expected of a white, especially of a white actor, so that we're able to compete. Because if I want to compete with Glenn Close, I have to be as good as Glenn or better than her. And I think I am. The fact that they don't give us the opportunities is a different game, huh? They give it to me in the theater.
But
because I played Mother Courage and I was nominated at the same time that Meryl was doing it in New York. I was doing it here in Berkeley. And I was nominated by the San Francisco Basic. And when the critics nominated me for Best Actor, I thought I won. You know why I thought I won? Because they never said, oh, but she's Puerto Rican. How dare she play a German because they didn't change anything in the script. So that was my win. I said, yeah, what I did was craft. I brought craft into and that's why I was cast. So that's what not that we want to play only the white parts, but that we can be as competitive and that we can play the white parts if we want to. I mean, and if they're open for us to do them too,
Well,
so if I can inspire any Hispanic actor to train double and triple, so nobody can defeat you anyway.
And I think with us, it's really the inability to be able to unite behind a single voice or behind a single leader. We really don't have any national leaders. You can say, I don't know, maybe Julian Castro, but not really. We don't have a Jesse Jackson or Kamala Harris. Maybe Julian Castro, the Castro brothers can get to that point, but I don't think any of their elected leaders have. Certainly not community leaders.
My dream has always been let's tell our stories, Latinos, all the stories that are not being made on film or TV. Let's do it for ourselves. And then again, at that time, I wasn't aware, but I said, because we need to acknowledge all the wounding, but also all the successes. The American history books have denied that TV and this mainstream denies. We're going to acknowledge everything that's real.
I think it's just finding that team that is about the vision.
Yeah.
And not about the end. I mean, I think
ultimately it is the individual, because that's who we're fighting for.
Right, but I mean, if you look at Cesar Chavez,
yes.
It was never about Caesar.
Right.
It was always about the farmers.
Right.
It was always about giving them better. He rose because he was about the people. What made you feel so empowered to say, we're taking this? We're taking our place. Because that's really what you did was, Latinos are here and we're taking our place and you're going to give it to us. You didn't ask permission. You said, you're giving us our place. We're taking this.
We had nothing to lose because we didn't have much. We would go in there and we would basically tackle them and tell them this is what you need to do. If not, we are going to boycott, or we're going to, I mean, Norman Lear, David Gerber, they were scared. They didn't know where we were coming from either.
Because we didn't.
We didn't. Yeah, because we didn't. But we just knew that if we screamed, they would jump. But we would just not talk to talk. We would talk and knew that there was substance there, and they knew we were right.
The other thing that I think we need to instill through our educational policies and through culture is that this is our country. It's not their country, it's our country. We built this bad boy. And we can never forget the history of colonization. We built it.
Immigrants built it.
Immigrants built it. And we must never allow the immigrants who came before, who have decided to slam the door shut and not allow other people in, to tell us that we are not Americans.